Now I know what you're thinking. Why the ukulele? Not like a guitar, like a regular person. My answer to that would quite simply be, playing guitar for me is kind of like sex. If you're good at it, you get some good feedback, great reviews, cowabunga. And that's it, no one's going to ask you again. And if you get it out in public, everyone's going to be thinking the same thing. Dick. So I bring this thing. Also, it's easier to hide under a poncho. And also, yes, it is very hot under these legs, so I'll try to keep it a bit short, otherwise I will collapse. So, I am actually here for quite a serious reason, and that is we live in a weird country. Hence. We tend to see ourselves as the modernisers of the Western world, and yet we are really stuck in our traditions, up to the point where the younger generations, quite rightly, look at a lot of these structures and think they're, worn out and pointless, which is, fair enough. So what we need to do as a country is start to modernise some of these old structures to make sure they don't go the way of the dodo or the Tamagotchi, as we've previously discussed. So, seeing as we don't have quite as much time tonight as I'd like to, reform society, what we're going to do is just start small. So just give me a cheer if, when you were younger, you had nursery rhymes sung to you. Okay, that's good. Otherwise, it'd be a long 5 minutes. So yeah, what we're going to do, I thought, is I'm going to pitch you a couple of updated nursery rhymes just to start reflecting modern society, so you can go away and sing them to your future children, I assume. Or, adults singing to adults, that's normal too. Normalised singing to other adults. So one issue I find with a lot of nursery rhymes is the lack of reality. So it's very important to instill that in our children. So here's a quick little updated one. My girlfriend's in the front row, she hates this one. So, this one's for you. Baba, black sheep, have you any wool? Bah! Really easy to do the lyrics. It's very important to instill that sort of sense of reality, because I don't want my future children just wandering into fields expecting sheep to talk and give them stuff. Stranger danger applies to animals too, so just remember that next time you're at Disneyland. And also, while I remember, one thing we really don't want is some random farmer who keeps loads of different animals all just cooped up together, who don't, who aren't designed to live in the same space. That is how stuff like COVID started. So I think, for a sense of virological responsibility, we need to provide this update as well. So, Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm they had bird flu. Oh, 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 no. With a cluck, cluck here and a cough, cough there. Here, there. Now they're all infected. Old MacDonald had a farm. What was he to do? See, the benefit of updating these is that you get to write a second verse and provide some sort of narrative closure to what would otherwise be a pretty grim situation. So, World Health Organization, take note. Old MacDonald had a plan, E-I-E-I-O. For that plan he had to buy a big old barbecue with a plucking here and a sizzle there. There a pluck, there a slice, stick him on the barbie. Old MacDonald had founded the very first Nando's. I had a bit of a stomachache last time I went to Nando's. I'm not saying it was a bird flu kind of a thing, but you can never be too careful. I mean, quite recently, Salford Water Sports Centre has been closed due to a mass outbreak of bird flu in the Salford Keys area. So, you know, you've got to be careful. And let's face it, you know, nowadays also, while we're updating these sorts of things, you know, you can't even go in a river anymore. So, here's another one for you. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. The government's been dumping raw sewage again, so don't open your mouth to scream. Now folks, I know you don't necessarily come to a comedy gig with the express intention of attending a lecture on water safety. I do, but... so if you've got to take anything from this, just remember, the next time you fancy a dip in open water, you don't know whose shit you're swimming in. It's not all doom and gloom, though, luckily, otherwise we'd have an awful time, wouldn't we? It's not all doom and gloom. While we're updating these old nursery rhymes, it means we can put a lot more information into them, information we didn't have when they were written, and the result of this is we can make them more educational for the children, and that's what they're there for. So here's my personal favourite of something we can stick a bit more info into. Everyone will know this, so it's just a... Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a 50 million degree ball of hydrogen helium in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, now I know just what you are. Now, I probably should mention on that one, you may need to provide a reference depending on which star you pick. But I'll leave that to you. I'm not micromanaging this whole thing. Now, folks, we are rocketing towards the end of the first half, but I thought just for fun I'd leave you with one more updated nursery rhyme. So this one I think would probably represent our utopic, modernised Britain the best, or at least be the best representation of life at the moment. I'm told that I have had to shorten this one slightly for legal reasons, but you won't notice a thing, so don't worry about it. So the last one tonight. Alright, ready? Oh, the grand old Duke of York. That's it. Thank you very much.